Hey, how's all my favorite people today? So, I wanted to tell you another little bit of story I got from the hospital. So, remember how I mentioned the student nurses and how they switched the formula? So, the student nurses are there a few days a week, doing, like, I'm sure their hours or whatever they gotta do before they can become, like, nurses or whatever. So, I didn't know what I was answering when I answered, but they were like, "Oh, do you mind if the students are coming? The students are here today. Do you mind if they come in?" And I'm like, "No, I guess not." And I'm thinking they're just gonna like follow them around like students do when they're at other places. They just follow them around and like take notes. No, it's not what they do. They come in every half an hour, every hour with somebody else, and they be doing quizzes on your baby. Like literally, they get him undressed, flip him over, look at his spine, check everything, and like they expect you to be quiet, and then you expect you to put on a mask while they're doing it. Like what? Yeah. So I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but it ended up being the day that I was going to get my kids one at a time for a visit too. So I would bring one of them home, bring the next one back in to visit because only one at a time could come in. And so that was taking me a while, and every time I left, Angel said that a new student would come in with a different doctor and do another quiz on the baby. He would just get the baby to fall asleep, and the students would come in again, and he was like, and it's every half an hour. He's like, every time you leave, another one comes in. He's like, and then they tell me, oh, I'll be back to do his vitals at 6:30 or whatever, and then at 6:15, someone else comes in to check the vitals. Like, it's crazy, but I get it. They have students there. They're trying to learn. But damn, my kid was the only kid in the nursery. So he was the only one getting fucked with, And some tests that they keep saying, like his blood pellets, I don't know, didn't come back. This is the 4th fucking time. And he's not even in the hospital now. He's home. We went to his first checkup yesterday. The week checkup like that they do a week checkup for me post-op, and then they do a week checkup for the baby, his first appointment, make sure he's not losing weight, blah blah blah. His first appointment was yesterday, and he still weighs 7 pounds, so he hasn't lost any weight. He left the hospital weighing 7 pounds. They always lose a little bit of weight at the beginning, I guess, but he weighed 7'7" when he was born, and then he lost 7 ounces, so that's not a lot. And then he's been home for 6-7 days, and he still weighs 7 pounds, so he hasn't lost any more weight, so that's good. Because I remember them telling me, like, way back in the day that AJ had failure to thrive. Like, yeah, look at him now. He had failure to thrive, all right. Just sounds horrible. But yeah, so I don't want none of that shit happening anyway, so. Anyway, the baby had his first appointment yesterday, and, what was my point? I can't remember, but all I know is the students were out of control. So, that by like 9 o'clock that night, Angel was like, you better say something before I do. And I was like, okay. So then when this lady, the registered nurse, like a nurse, the one that said my legs were too swollen for me to be walking around and that I needed to get readmitted and do the blood pressure every 15 minutes all night. After they rushed me to leave the fucking hospital, like, nobody's leaving. I'm not leaving my baby, but, like, rushed me to get to boarding. Because boarding, they can't, my insurance isn't getting charged. I'm just boarding because my baby's still there. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's retarded. But they had to readmit me right away when Terry seen my legs. And she was like, this is not normal. I'm like, this has been like this for 3 months. What the fuck you mean? Now that the baby's already here, you want me to say it's not normal? Like, fuck you. So, yeah, she's the one that noticed my legs and went and got a different doctor, and then they had me sit there all night doing my blood pressure and readmitting me, so it was nuts. But yeah, so the next time the nurses came in, like 2 days later, the students, I was like, no more students, because when Terry came in that night, I was like, she's like, oh, you could have told them no at any time. I'm like, yeah, well, they would be like, oh, can you put a mask on? Like, when the doctor would come in to give them a quiz, like, what? Oh, get out of my room then. Like, and then I was like, what? They told my daughter to put a mask on, too, when she was in there. I was like, what? Weird shit, just weird shit, but yeah. But the students do quizzes on your baby. Hilarious, dude, hilarious. And then this lady that was there every single night when we were there, including the first night, she was like, oh, good luck tomorrow when you go home, on Wednesday night last week, because we left on Thursday. She was like, good luck tomorrow, I'm not going to be here. And I was like, damn, you work every night? And she was like, yeah, I work 6 days off, and then I could fly to home to Houston. And I'm like, Texas? She's like, is there another Houston? And I'm like, well, I mean, fly home to Texas? Like, we are living on the other side of the map. But yeah, she's a traveling nurse, and she goes home for 6 days, flies back, stays here for 6 days, flies back to her husband and her kids. Like, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, she was a dope-ass nurse. She was dope. She was a nice lady. She was there every night for 5 nights. That's why I was like, you work every night. She was like, no, it's my last night. I'm going home tomorrow to Houston. Like, Houston? What? So yeah, traveling nurses, I heard, get paid big bucks, though. The big bucks. And then they pay you for your flights and all that. Shit is insane, but that shit started happening with COVID, I guess. So she was one of the good nurses. Then there was another one named Wendy. She was cool. And then there was a Jamaican lady named Cindy. She was super cool. The rest of them, I don't know. There was a few of them I did not like at all. At all. But, you know, they're there. What can you do? One of them I kicked out of my room because she was just a fucking bitch, but, yeah. I was all over the fucking place in there, though. It was a fucking nightmare. I did get my nails done today, though. Finally. It's been like a month. I just got 2 black, kept the rest, the white tips. And then I got French manicure on my feet. So, yeah. But yeah, and then like, what else is going on in the hospital? Let me think of some other stuff. You can't get your own ice there. They know how they give you ice chips. You can't get your own ice. You can't go in the kitchen anymore and get your own sodas or your own puddings or anything. You have to have a nurse do it every time. And this lady kept giving me Diet Coke. She's like, you drink Diet or you drink regular? I'm like, regular, bitch. Nobody wants Diet. But she drinks Diet. So in her head, everybody drinks Diet. No. And then she kept trying to pour my whole Coke into the ice. And I'm like, no, I don't want you to do that because I'm only allowed, I'm not even supposed to be drinking that, first of all. But they knew I was a filler. So they're like, take a few sips, that's it. But by the time you let it sit there, the shit gets watery, so you cannot dump your whole Coke in. And I couldn't stand the good ladies that would just not bring me my own soda, my own ice, and let me do it. They would come in with the shit in, with a cover, with a straw. I'm like, oh my god. If one more fucking person brings me a fucking soda like I'm a 2-year-old, I'm gonna freak. And then I'll be like, don't dump it in. And I'll be like, okay. Like, don't. It gets watery too fast. I don't want you to fucking dump it all into the ice. It's a waste. Nobody can drink it that fast. So, yeah. But, yeah, a lot of them are stuck in their ways and they just won't change. That's what I noticed. They've been there for years and they just do shit their way. But they don't understand that I have my own way and I'm going to do it my way or the highway. God. But yeah, so they did well though. They did. And then I even got a card in the mail, matter of fact, yesterday. It said all the nurses' names on it and shit. It was dope. They must have sent it while we were leaving or something. I don't know, but it was dope. I got a card in the mail that said, congratulations, your baby's so cute. I'm gonna go grab it and bring it up. Here's the card I got. Bay State Franklin Medical Center. And then they each just signed it. It says, Becky and Angel, congrats on the new addition to your family. He's adorable. Enjoy every minute of Wendy. That's what he said. I liked Wendy. Congratulations. Enjoy your enjoying the special time with your baby. Love somebody. I don't know. And then Becky and Angel, best wishes to you and enjoy your newly extended family. That's Terry. That was the one that was like a lesbian. I think she was hitting on Angel though. She came in and we were watching a Kevin Hart video on the laptop and it was like sitting on the table in between the 2 beds and the baby was right up here in front of it And she walks in and she says, "Are you guys watching porn?" A fucking nurse. You can tell she doesn't have any kids. I was like, "You don't have kids, do you?" She's like, "No, me and my partner chose to have kids." I'm like, "Yeah, exactly. Congratulations, Katrina. Congratulations and blessings, Megan." That's the traveling nurse. "Congratulations, your baby's so handsome and sweet. Wishing your family blessings and best wishes, Cindy." That was a Jamaican lady. So all my favorites signed it. I love it. I'll put it in the baby book when I make one. And then that's just all the regular people that supposedly work there, I guess. But yeah, I thought this was cool. Angel's like, "Yeah, they thought you were real special." I'm like, "Fuck you." But I guess I was acting a fool, so I did apologize. But they were like, "Don't worry about it. Everybody acts crazy. They're having a baby." But I pushed the baby out. I did. 4 big pushes, and this is a bunch of other crap that I got. And then the baby birth certificate. Zaid Amari Maserati, my baby boy. Zaid Amari was the name we went with. The baby wasn't even named for like 2 or 3 days. Finally, we did this birth certificate. I'll tell you right now. Oh, I thought it tells you when we do it. I guess we didn't. No, it just says when he was born, 7:07 p.m. on June 25th, 2020. Zaid Amari Maserati. Yeah, and then they want me to do some reach thing with the baby. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Early intervention. I don't know, but like I said, they be trying. And then they gave me this, like, for mothers taking medication for depression or anxiety because of my Prozac and shit. They were, like, worried that the baby could have withdrawals. They wanted me to fill out this thing. I'm like, no, I'd rather not. Thank you. Crazy, dude. What is these? Oh, yeah, see, this is the, birth certificate. Look how long this is. This shit is crazy. I told you it was a beast. I didn't realize I had another one in here. Yeah, your mailing address. Then that's parent 2. And then facts of birth, confidential information, what your race is and all that. And then there's still more. It's like insane. Did you receive WIC? Did you have dentists? How much weight did you gain? Do you want to have your baby at home? Did you have any oral health conditions during your pregnancy? Did you take fertility drugs to get pregnant? I'm telling you, there's a bunch of questions on here. Did you get WIC before or after your pregnancy? How many cigarettes did you smoke? What's your education? Your occupation and the industry? Your language preferences. Do you drink alcohol? Prior pregnancies and early deliveries? Current pregnancy and early deliveries? WIC. Do you get WIC? Dental. Weight. How tall are you? Like, this is on the birth certificate, people. The birth certificate. This shit is insane, dude. Insane. How much education? Your ethnicity? Your race? Just crazy shit. Crazy shit. I'll have to be loading you up with information. You get all the business. Keeping infants and children safe must be our top priority. Car safe. Window safe. Water safe. Sleep safe. New baby. New feelings. You know how it is. Yep. But yes. Student nurses, though. Big no-no. Don't answer yes until you know what you're answering. If they're going to do quizzes on your baby all day, do not do it, people. Stay up.